Footwork is one of the most important aspects of the game as goalkeeper, as footwork is what makes the saves. Footwork can be used in different scenarios with different types of footwork. So in this video I'll show you how to use the different types of footwork in the scenarios you'd use the footwork in, as well as drills to work on your footwork. There are two different types of footwork used by a goalkeeper, which are the shuffle and the crossover. The shuffle is more for minimalistic adjustments and is used for minimal repositioning, diving and 1v1s. The shuffle is a slower type of footwork over a longer period of distance. However, it is used in tighter situations. The shuffle is when both your feet push off the ground at the same time in the same direction to the desired area. When in a 1v1, you'd approach the attacker slowly, going forwards, and once they start to move more to the side, you'd move laterally with them, shuffling to the side ready for anything. You'd also use the shuffle for repositioning, because if the player takes a touch to a different angle, you'd shuffle a little bit to be aligned in the best place for the shot. You'd also shuffle during the shot. When making a dive, you would also do a two-step shuffle. The first shuffle would be the momentum, and the second shuffle would be to power step and spring for the dive. When you shuffle, you want to avoid doing big shuffles, as this is too slow and ineffective, but you also don't want to do tiny shuffles, as this isn't optimal. The shuffle length is adjusted to the amount of time you have. You may have to do tiny shuffles in some scenarios if you have to be very quick to reposition, or sometimes you need to recognize that a shuffle isn't possible and you have to dive without the first shuffle. The crossover shuffle isn't for minimal readjustments, but rather for larger readjustments, and it is made for speed. The crossover is big and fast, and it requires you to step over your other foot to the other side, and your other foot then repositions back to where it's supposed to be. You'd use this type of shuffle for a cutback, 1v1, and claiming crosses. As the ball is played from one side of the box to the other, you would cross over step quickly, covering a large amount of area to reposition to the desired position for the shot. You'd use a crossover for a 1v1 if the attacker takes a quick and wide touch for a shot, so that you have to reposition using the crossover step to cut their angle off. The crossover step can be used for claiming crosses if the ball goes over you. With a crossover, you don't want to do small crossovers, as this is ineffective and can be alternatively done by the shuffle. And don't use the crossover when diving, as it is too risky for your legs to be tangled. However, alternatively for free kicks, a crossover shuffle may sometimes be the optimal way, covering the entire goal. When doing these shuffles, you need to be able to interchange between them fluidly to be a great goalkeeper, as it comes beneficially for cutback scenarios, as you would turn in using the shuffle, and depending on where the attacker is, you would either do a crossover step to the other side before just doing a normal shuffle, or just shuffling slightly. If you got to this bit in the video, comment save, and let's move on to the drills. The first drill is a rangefinder to see where you would use the crossover and the shuffle. You are positioned on the post whilst the feeder has a tight angle to work with. As the feeder says go, you turn in to the correct angle to receive a clip from the floor or volley. As you throw the ball back, you would shuffle to the first cone and back to the goal for another volley, before you repeat the same process for the other 3 cones. This drill is work on your speed going to and back from the cones, meaning you will need to recognize when to use different types of footwork for the fastest speed while fully under control. Another drill, you have different coloured cones on the floor in a random pattern, and as the feeder shouts a coloured cone, you have to use your shuffle to get to the cone and back in the fastest time, and the feeder may be shouting a sequence of colours, and once the feeder shouts go, or the sequence finishes, you must be able to drop back into position for a shot. This drill can be done at different angles. This drill works on your footwork with maximum control and speed.